Hello everyone, I'm back. We are going to do something really fun, but it actually has some historical value to it. It's called rubbings. We've all done them with a penny under a piece of paper or a leaf, and we've rubbed our crayon or our pencil over it and gotten a beautiful, beautiful design. In, I'd say, ancient Egypt and in Persia, they would rub the outside of a vase that was decorated with relief. That's when the design is raised off of it to keep a historical record of that particular design. And then Japanese fishermen, and I'm chuckling because I sometimes wonder why they did it, but there's two reasons. They would take their fish and they would take a burnt piece of wood or a piece of charcoal, you know what that is, and put a little fish oil on it and put a cloth over their fish and rub it. I'm thinking to record its size, or say they get back from the fishing trip and it's like, no, that's my fish, not yours, because I've got a picture of it. I've got a recording of it. So we're going to put history aside a little bit today, and we're going to actually create our own underwater scene. I'm ready. Are you? So now we know what a rubbing is and where they started and how they were used. I thought we would do one just for fun with things we have around the house. So again, empty boxes, cut a square out. I wouldn't go bigger than this on your first one because it makes it difficult to do the rubbing itself. You have to get used to holding the paper and doing the rubbing, which I will show you in a moment. Here are a few that I have made before. Now this one is a little more difficult. It's a little thinner too. You could use a file folder. Anything that's thicker than paper will create a rubbing for you. This is the best because it's thick. Now we have the two different types of glue. You can use this glue if you like. It will just take a little longer to dry, and I'll have to pat it down, which I'm about to show you. So I cut the head out already just to get a head start, and I will show you what I mean as we wait for our glue to get to the top. It's easy to see which side the direction of your piece goes to when you're using refurbished. I'm going to keep this on its side so that I don't have to do that again. Pick a spot, hold it down. You can have a little oozing coming out the side, but don't worry, it dries flat so you won't see it. All right, there's one. Now this is a piece that I cut out. Instead of just taking another piece and cutting it, I'm going to create another part of the fish. Let's do, which way? Oh, I like this way. So I'm going to cut in here. And again, it's a little harder to cut this. All right, that's a little too circular, so I need to cut a piece off. Save your scraps. You will never know where they're going to fit in. All right, so they have gills, so we need to create these gills. Let's see, I think I'll go back here and we'll work from there. Now the other option is to use your thick glue with your magical toothpick. Toothpicks are the best. All right, here we go. And we'll put this here because I need to build something forward. I need some sort of a face on this. Let's see. Put the eye in first. See how it pops up? Push it down. You are in control. I like big eyes. They show up very well. And you can stack these as well. You put one down. Hello. Doesn't know I'm in charge. Even though that was the thick glue. So put the eye up here, or maybe right there. If you want to, and if you're really, really, really good with your scissors and go slow, you can put literally an eyeball. Notice how I cut the big stuff out. I'm going slowly. Otherwise, I will get, even if I get a point, it's okay. This is for fun. And then I'm going to gently drop that. Good landing. And again, push. If it seems like it's oozing out too much, you can take your towel that you always have by your side, press it down. Boom. So finish this fish through here. I wonder if I used that. Let's see. It's always good to just try it first. See what's gonna work. Oh, I think this would look really good back there. Too tall? Yeah, that doesn't look like a fin to me either. All right, back to the white glue. See, I kept it on its side, and now I didn't have to wait till it dripped down to the top. All right. Still a lot of negative space right there, though. Still too much. I'm wondering if I just do, let's try it. I have my scraps here. Cut them smaller. It's a lot easier to handle them. Let's do actual gills. If it's too big, then you're just kind of like going all over the place. So cut a few. Let's curve this too. Ooh, I think we got it. Too big? No. I think it'll be taller on the top. Maybe a little smidge off here. All right, goodbye. White glue. My white glue is not popping up like normal. And again, these are little pieces, so have patience. Turn it, turn it, turn it. And the good thing about the white glue is you can move it around a little bit. Let's tip it. Remember, we want it to be interesting. All right. Hopefully, this will dry quickly. And again, like this, or you could just use a piece of paper and do the same thing. Push it down. When you push pressure down, you make it connect quicker. Now for the tail. Not much room for a tail, so maybe long and thin. All right, this has kind of got a bump on it, so we'll cut this off. Kind of, Miss Linda calls this eyeballing it. Let's just do this really, really, really thin tail, because this is your fish you are creating. Don't do it backwards. I'm not sure that I'm fond of that. What do you think? No, I'm not fond of it. Doesn't mean I have to use it. So we're just going to give it a triangle tail. We're going to go simple. And actually there's a little bump in this, which will give it some texture. Check it before you glue it. Check it before you glue it. That's what Miss Linda tells herself. And let's do one little flat square, just so little flat area, so that we know. Now that actually looks like a tail. I'm not going to get too fancy with this. Oh, I didn't leave my glue tipped. All right, now I'm going to use my finger to get it. The corners and the tips are really important, so they stay down. All right, give this a press. And give this a couple of minutes to dry. You should wait at least 20 minutes to a half an hour. With the strong glue, not so long, but with the white glue, it takes a little longer. So I'm going to put this off to the side and dry, so I can show you what we can create with something as simple as a fish made out of cardboard boxes or that you've had around the house. I showed you these two. This is one that I love. So I'm going to get my little box of broken crayons out. And this, remember what's this for? It is to check your colors, because purple looks like blue and blue looks like purple. See, thought it was a purple. To start out, you're going to want to use one color. And I'm going to have my hand right here. You need to hold down your paper strong, and you're going to rub. The reason you do one is so that you can see it, and you'll know when to add that extra color. This one has quite a, and if your hand's here, you can always pick it up and look and see where you need to go. But it's a rubbing, and we're going to do a background on it, so it won't be that bad. I think I've got it all. Yes, I do. All right, you can barely see that, but now is when the magic starts. I think I will use some turquoise. Yep, check it. It's the right color. I want the center of it. Now, this is when you're going to start moving in circles. Oh, it gives that's right. Yellow and blue make green. So, wow, that's beautiful. I'm going to leave the head alone and the tail alone, because I'm going to also do a different color on that. Oh, the more you press in one area, the darker it gets. See how it's just kind of appears like magic? So I've got green. Let's try this light purple with it, because it's got a little red tone. I'm just going to do a little bit right here. That's that bad. It's got a little multicolored. But the face, I know it's going to sound silly, but I'm doing a red face. Problem with these are they're a little hard to grab at first. All right. I don't want to do the eye. Well, if I did the eye, I could always put a black over it. And pull the colors into each other, see what happens. So let's put a little red back here to balance it out. And then throw your crayon. Let's see if I can find a black. That is my hardest color to find. Nope, see, purple, which is why we have this. Black, all right. So what I'm gonna do with this is go really slow, but press gently to get that eye. And maybe I'm going to put a little bit right back here too, so that we know where the tail starts. Because I was thinking of using an orange. Bright orange, yes. All right, ready? We're almost done. So too much green for me, so I'm gonna throw a little orange in there too. There we go. Now you've got a nice balance. What you can do once you have your fish done is if you'd like to cut seaweed out or coral or anything like that, you can do that. Let's not waste our time with that. Let's just grab this gloppy glue and do our thing. So I'm gonna hold it down here, and remember the ends are the most important. There, where it's going to hold your piece down. All right, so if I put this here, and I'm going to be very careful rubbing. Take my paper, push it down. I can rub this now because I've done this a million times. I know how hard to push, but I want to show you what a piece of seaweed looks like. I am going to get 3 different colors of green. And first, go over it with the lightest. The reason it's staying in place is because I'm really holding it, pushing really hard. If I do this too lightly, guess what? It's going to move. And if it moves, guess what? I'm going to show you. That looks really nice. If you move it a little bit, you're going to get more seaweed, except for I've got it stuck to my paper because I didn't wait till the glue dried. Not a problem. And watch. Now you've got flowing one behind the other. I love doing this. This is something you can do when you're not doing anything and you want to do something fun. Just start cutting and gluing. This one I did a complete background, and I had made a little tiny fish. And I made some unusual seaweed. All right, time to check out our example. And then you can get to work. Well, it's really not work. I shouldn't call it work. It's really fun. 2 pieces would be hard. And if anybody has tracing paper at home, it works a lot easier. So I'm going with the green fish this time. Here it is. It rolled away because I didn't put it back in my little bucket. All right, lift it up. Take a peek at where you are. I think I'm going to put it up in the corner in case I want to put seaweed. And rub. This one's got a good eye because I doubled it. Remember, you can double it. And if you get a little like schmutzy stuff on the side, it doesn't matter because you're going to put the ocean in it. Oh, I can see those gills. All right, now I've got that. I'm going to go with the dark green. Oh, this one is getting nice little dark spots on it. And let's go in the back. We'll do a striped fish. Green and red are complementary colors, so I think I'm going to try to put a purple in there if I can find a purple. Oh no, here it is. I stuck it off to the side. Yay, good choice. Okay, so we'll go purple in here. Oh, that's dark. Well, there are those yellow and black striped ones. So I'm not going to do this on the head because I'm not fond of it. I'm going to go with a bright orange. It doesn't do too much, which means we need a brilliant tail. So this is what you do. You get some cardboard, you get some scissors, you get your broken crayons out that you're saved in your bucket, you get your glue, you do these, and then you make them into an actual painting. It's up to you. Stop it here if you're happy and move on if you want to move on. Thanks, I had fun. Hopefully you will. So when you're done with your artwork, if you'd like to share it with me on Facebook or Instagram, I love seeing it. That's the hardest part about doing it virtually is I don't get to see your beautiful work. So thank you. I had a great time.